when it was really busy at Christmas and we had 10 people all behind the counter, we were all shoulder to shoulder. And if you wanted something from up the other end, you just have to call out and say, I'm coming up.
Hey guys, I'm today with Peter McCready. He built the Allphones business in Ocean Keys shopping center. He had it for 8.5 years and sold it successfully to the other people. So welcome, Peter. Thanks for coming in and tell us a little bit about you, about your story.
For sure. Well, as Jacek said in his introduction, we put the Allphones into Ocean Keys shopping centre right from the outset. There wasn't one there before, so we built a big, long kiosk in the centre of one of the main malls. It was a bit smaller, a shopping centre than it is today, and took us about 2 years to build it up to really start enjoying the success. After that point, we had to really build a team. It started with myself and one sales girl, an Irish lass, and we worked very hard to get the business up and running. But then in year 3, year 4, we had to build a substantial team, so we ended up with 10 staff on a roster, not all working at the same time except at Christmas time when things were just crazy. And the staff were mostly high school and university students. And also the uniqueness in our staffing was that there was myself and my son-in-law Robert, who was in sales. My daughter used to come in as well to help me with administration. And for some obscure reason, I was employing people, but when I was looking for more people for the team, there were opportunities to interview and to hire their family members. So I therefore ended up with 2 sisters, another 2 sisters, and a brother and sister, as well as myself, my son-in-law, and my daughter. And in that shopping centre, we were known as the family business. By year 3, the business was buzzing. It was very successful. Things were going well.
How was the process of recruiting people? Any tips for that?
Yeah, I think tips for people going through the recruitment side of things is that I was very fortunate that my wife has had her entire career in retail, in management, and now she's like regional manager. So I was very lucky to be able to go home and ask those questions. So I had a lot of guidance. At first I was doing the initial interviewing, shortlisting, and for the last 2 employees I would actually get my wife to come up for the final meeting. But every time it was the same decision that she would have made that I was making. So it was just a bit of confidence. My tip would be to look very carefully into each individual, follow up on every bit of information in their CV. If they've given references, actually speak to the people who are the referees and see if you can learn something about the people. If you're in retail and if you're working with young people and those young people are all sort of from local schools, you can ask your staff. I learned a lot about some of the applicants by asking my own staff for background on applicants that we were looking to bring into the team. Sometimes they said, yes, great idea. Sometimes they said, that would be a major problem if you bring that person into this team. So, just take care with recruitment. Take it really seriously.
That's a good tip, mate. Absolutely. The integrity of a team, it's amazing thing once you get a business.
It is. Our team, I think, is what made our business. Our team we had great customers, so loyal. But I think they really enjoyed working with the team as well. The characteristics of the team were that everybody had equal training. Everybody was treated equally. It wasn't a hierarchical structure of the person who's been there the longest has the more seniority and they get to boss everyone else around. No, it was a flat structure. And with equal knowledge with all team members, it meant that problems could be easily moved from one team member to another seamlessly without the poor customer having to then reiterate the whole story of why they've come in. A person started with them, customer that was coming back to see them has just arrived, one of the other team members is free. It just flowed. It was just so easy for the customer to work with.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. So what's the next step?
Developing the business, the next step from there was that it was a franchise business, so you have to comply with all of the franchise requirements, meet all their KPIs. And after that, I developed the business by introducing better systems, better technology into the business that I knew a lot about. Franchise people didn't know about it, and also from there, it was a matter of putting our own flavour into the business. So yeah, it was franchise, but it was very much our version of that franchise. And you know, that's where we decided to go for world-class customer service characteristics, and the customers became so loyal. Our customers were crazy. It was really, really busy at that little kiosk, but people used to come by and they were worried that Robert and I would never have a chance to go and get a coffee or get lunch. Our customers would bring us coffees and put them on the counter. And some of the customers used to actually come and like buy lunch and just give it to us and say, I know that you're not going to get a break today, so I thought I'd just bring you some lunch. They were amazing. They were fantastic.
Absolutely
so
amazing.
We developed that relationship with our loyal customers. It was an amazing experience.
Absolutely amazing. Thanks for coming in, mate. We got a first fan. thanks for coming in and have a coffee with us and showing your story, mate.
Thanks very much. It's been great.
Absolutely fantastic. If you'd like to see and read more about Peter, we put a description in the below, links to his website and his bio. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. So there were things that I was adding to the business.
Yeah.
We were repairing PCs. I used to get people would ring me up and say, like, you used to work with computers? And I said, yeah, for a long time. And they said, like, my PC's got a problem. And I said, leave the screen at home, just bring me the CPU. You can bring me the mouse and the keyboard, but that's all I want. And how do I get it to you? And I said, come to the shopping centre, get a trolley, take it out of the car, put it in the trolley, and bring the trolley to me. And I'll show you where to park it, and then I'll get the guy to come in and pick up the machine. We'll do a quote for you. And as soon as they got that permission, it was like this time of year. It was Christmas, New Year, and there was another one of their operators, the guy who had the Allphones at Whitfords. He wanted it, but he was away on holidays. So I took my opportunity and I jumped in and got it before he came back from holidays. So sorry about that. Their time with me was so successful that the mum at one point, she sent a message through her daughters. Mum was saying, if there's a position, could she come and work with the business as well? And I said, look, I'm afraid that I would lose control of the business if I had the mum and the two daughters.